Hello, dear future. This is Papa. Uh, Today, I want to tell you about moving on, getting up, encouraging yourself. Now, as you've seen in other posts and other videos I've made for you, is that we're in a really odd time in the world where um, we are battling against injustices that are happening against black communities and lower lower income communities, really, for that matter. Um, where there's a lot of protests going on about um, police brutality um, in in non-affluent communities, and it's kind of a disgrace. It's saddening. There's a kid who got shot for holding a gun, a toy gun. Um, there is a man who was choked to death, caught on video camera, and there was no indictment. There's another young man who was shot in the streets. Supposedly, they say he had his hands up and he had no gun, and he was shot dead, and there was no indictment for the police officer. And then there's another situation where an old white man, all those people were black, but there was another situation where an old white man is carrying a gun on the side of the road, flipping off his finger and shouting angry things to people, and the police just kind of sit down and talk to him on the side of the road. Um, um, it makes you angry and upset, as you can tell. Um, but this weekend, tomorrow, Reverend Al Sharpton is going to be leading a march on Washington. I don't know what he's marching for. I don't know what he's asking for. I believe that there needs to be federal oversight over cases that involve police brutality, but who knows? I'd love to know what changes will have been made by the time you are able to understand anything that I am saying. Anyways, but the thing is, your father was just in the hospital, as I think I might have shown you a little while ago. Your father is working a freelance job, which is kind of stressing me out a bit. And your father is under a lot of pressure. And today I just woke up and I decided I wanted to come up from under all of that pressure and all of that sadness. If I'm going to make it my life's work to protest the police brutality, then great. But if I'm not, at some point I need to move on. It's a privilege for other people to do so. It's a privilege for some people to say, "Oh, it's just time to move on." I saw a thing the other day that said, "Hey, it's Christmas time. You just need to move on." But that was easy for them to say if they don't, if you don't have the ethnicity that is being targeted in this way. Anyways, I'm upset because of you. I don't want you to be targeted in any way. Anyways, I don't want to live my life just protesting injustices. That's the saddest part of it all, is at some point you just gotta move on. My heart is hurting for you, son. Oh, meanwhile, they just made this film Exodus about the kings of Egypt. And everybody's white. There's no white people in Egypt. How is that possible? Anyways, it's crazy times. The truth is that I'm talking about race and all that stuff, and it's just a mask. That's not what's really hurting my heart. It's so much more than that in life. But that's what we do as humans. Son, your father is being incredibly vulnerable in this video. And I think I might just leave it there. The point of what I'm trying to say is, you comes a time when you're down, when you're upset about something, it comes a time where you just have to move on. You just have to move on. I'm sorry for the long video. Today, I'm moving on. I want to think about better things. Like you. I love you.